Let's forbid double jump. Go to our script. Few new variables that we are going to need. Most important is grounded boolean. A reference to the layer mask. We are going to use this layer mask to determine if character is touching the ground. And a reference to transform component of our ground check object. Now I will make another loop. It's called fixed update. For now, you can remember that fixed update loop is used when we are working with physics. So every frame we are going to check if our character is grounded by using physics2d.overlapCircle function. First parameter of this function is position of our ground check object. Second parameter is radius of this imaginary circle. It should be as smaller as it can. And last parameter is layer mask that we are going to check. In our case, that is ground layer. Basically, this function is going to draw an imaginary circle of a radius 0.2 around our ground check object, and it's going to check if that circle is overlapping our ground layer. And it's going to do that every frame. Now, after checking that, we will check if our player is jumping, and if that is also true, we will make it jump. So if is jumping is true and if is grounded is true, it will jump. Let's see what we got. Now we have few more fields in our player script. In field ground check, drag our object ground check, and in field ground layer, select ground layer. I will also adjust jump force so our character can reach the hills. Let's try. So our character can jump. I am also trying jump in the middle of the jump, but it is not possible now. Let's try to jump from a green hill. It is not possible. Why? Because green hill doesn't belong to layer ground. So for our game, that means that our player is not grounded. Now if I change the layer of that green hill, jump is possible again. And our knight flipped over. Okay, that is possible now since we have kind of obstacles. To prevent this, simplest way is just freeze rotation in rigid body component. Let's try again. And now flipping over is not possible. In next lesson we will add jumping animation.